We need to talk about hope, because hope keeps us away from the situation that we're actually hoping for, that we're praying for, the situation that we want more than our current situation. Hope is not helpful. I want to talk about what to do instead. Last week's video, someone commented, right, I haven't felt this passion for the last 3 years. Everything seems rather dull in my life. And I'm hoping, there was the word hoping, that was my inspiration for today's video, and I'm hoping for the universe to come with a surprise. And I felt like, ooh, hoping, waiting for something to be better is counterproductive. So I want to really address that, right? So if these are videos, something you like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and all that. Let's dive into it. And this is the most important statement I'm going to make, and I'm going to color that in and make you really understand in such a way that by the end of it, you're like, oh, I'm never going to hope anymore. I'm going to go do this instead, because that works. All right. Focus, energy, and reality. That's what we need to talk about. Where you put your focus on is where your energy goes to, and that is creating reality. I'm going to explain. I had put some notes here, so I'm going to look there sometimes. Many of us are hoping for better times, right? Better times are coming, and there's now chaos. There will be better times, but in your life as well, there is a situation now that you don't like, and you wish, you hope, you want better times. I don't like this, so I'm hoping for something better, which is outside of me, and which is a separation. So one thing is there, the separation is not helpful, and I keep myself in this state because that's where the focus is on. And remember, where the focus is on is where all the energy is too, and that creates more of my reality. Let me put it in a different way. And this is the one I really like, is I always imagine there's these workers. Well, because who is creating your reality? That's the big question, of course. Is it the universe? Is it God? Is it you? Is it, and I believe it is me who creates my reality, because I am source, I'm everything, and from there I create. But whatever you believe is, there is some reality created. So who's creating that? Who is creating that? You meeting this person. And so how I often imagine it is there's all these workers that are with their helmets on as if they go in a mine, and they're like, okay, let me demonstrate this. So it's in the morning, you wake up, and they're all coming together like, yes, what is our task for today? What are we going to do for today? Let me see. We want hope. There's hope. Who of you wants to deal with hope today? So a bunch of them is like, okay, we will get on that task. Great. And then they're a bit confused. So what exactly is it that you want us to do? Hope. Oh, you don't need to do anything. You just take some time off. It might take days, weeks, months. Actually, it might never happen, but you're just there on the hope. Basically, you're waiting. All right. And off they go. And then you're like, okay, what else is there to do? And then you say, oh, right, there is an uninspired job. Who wants to be on the uninspired job? You guys? Okay, you make sure that job stays uninspired. Don't start liking it. Make sure of that, right? So what else do we have? Same routines. Who's on the same routines? Which you guys in the back, you want to go on the same routine. So you know what to do. It's the same as yesterday, the last week, and many weeks before that. So just keep repeating the same. No, nothing new there. We just stayed with the old, right? Just repeat that. Same routines. And the most fun part is what I have today is the same worries. That's a busy job, right? There's a lot of worries going on. So who's going to be on that? That's active, right? So keep the worries coming, and it's nothing new. It's always about the same. It's about the uninspired job. It's about the same routines, and it's about the lack, the limitation, the not having the right job, not having the partner. The drill. It's always the same. So off you go. That's a wrap. Let's get into action. It's my imagination. Imagining, and for me it helps, like, there is this commands that you send out, because that is where your focus is. Because be real with me, if you want better times, what do you spend most energy on during the day? On the thinking about the better days, or are you thinking about the current moments that are not ideal? Where's most of your attention? Right, thought so. So another question, where are you most of your emotions about? Your current state or what you're hoping for? Also here, right? Yeah. Where are your thoughts mostly? About your current situation, all that is difficult? Or is it about what you're hoping for? No, it's about the shitty job. It's about the worries that you have. It's about the things that are not going well. That's where you focus on. And because that's where you focus on, that is where the energy is. And I imagine the energy being all these workers that are like, okay, that's the task. Let's get on to it. And that's creating your reality. So where's your focus? And it might be that you're thinking about what you're hoping for, like in a prayer or however you do that, or you think about it sometimes. But most of your energy is spent on your worries, on your routines, your uninspiring job. And that's where you create more of. So you create that reality with what you asked for, basically. So, and that is not a sad thing. That is not bad news, right? That is actually great news. And let me explain it, because if you can then change your focus and you can change your energy, then you can change your reality. I feel like I'm teaching elementary, but I need to remind myself of this. And you maybe need the reminder, otherwise you weren't watching this, right? But it is so basic and it's so simple, and I'm talking to myself at the same time, that it's ridiculous that we forget this. That's ridiculous that we don't know this. The cleaning the streets after they pick up the garbage. So when you think of what you don't want, you have all these thoughts about it, the feelings with it, you living that reality as if it is all real, right? It gets created. Those workers are there every day with the new instructions. So it gets created every single day, every moment again. It is not a fact that you wake up in your reality. No, you're creating it, because again, that's where your focus was on. It hasn't changed. Very often when we worry about things, what's the first things what you think about in the morning? Your worries. I have to go to my job again. I don't like, or this or that or that. Immediately, poof, they're like, oh, what do we need to do? Yes, got it. We're on it. Don't worry, we got you. Okay, I think I made that clear. It's just fun. So what do you want to do instead? And you need to be clearer than saying better times. So let me give an example. So be clear. I am the better times. These are the better times. I am in my best times. I'm going to create it while I speak. I am in my best times. I have the love of my life. I love my job, and I love my co-workers, and I love how kind and friendly they are to me. Although that might not be the situation you daily face, but that's your declaration. How do you want it? How do you want to color it in? I love, and it's already now, as if it's already now, because this is your current situation. This is where the focus is on. I am that, right? And I'm feeling that as I'm saying that. I am the abundance. And that means that I don't have to worry about money. My bills are paid. The rent is paid. This and that is paid. And things are just coming to me in those better times. Things are just coming to me. I don't know where they're coming from, but it doesn't matter. I have so much fun living my life. It is so much joy being me. And I love myself, and I love how I speak up and how I come across and how I move around in this world and the way I express myself. Oh my, I love it. My whole body gets activated right now. I'm feeling it. I'm experiencing it. as if it is real. And my subconscious mind, where those workers reside, as a metaphor, right, feels that. There is passion there is energy there's focus there. So it's like, oh, we got new information. Hold on, wait a moment, guys, come back. We have new information. There's no longer hope. We're going to do it. Today is the day of action. Yes, let's go for it. And you guys who were on the repetitive, what was it? The routines and the worried thoughts, come back. There might be a few left there for when there's those things happening, but for most of us, let's all go to that new reality. Let's create that. We have work to do. Yes, right? So do you then need to think about that the whole day? No. Do you then need to feel that the whole day? No. It is where you put so much energy in that it is strong, that it is solid, let's say. What you need to do, though, is, because what we tend to do is we gather evidence for our beliefs. For when you feel you have an uninspired job, what do? The first thing you do is thinking in the morning, possibly, it doesn't have to be, but it's an uninspired, shit, I have to go to my job again, blah, 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 or do whatever you need to do what you don't like, right? And then you go to gather evidence. Look, that person is talking to me lousy, or what is my boss saying and I have to do this, or so everything that fits in your belief that it's an uninspired job, you take it. Oops, yes, bring it to me. So that belief of an uninspired job becomes bigger and bigger. There's more focus and more energy. So I want you to do the other way around. You leave that old reality there, so you have a separation from it, from where you're now, your new reality, this better times that you have divine. And now you're going to gather evidence of, oh, that person looked kind to me. Oh, those people are actually having such a lovely conversation. What a beautiful conversation. What a nice people, in other words. My boss didn't complain today. Ooh, great. I don't know, just the little evidence. Somebody hold the door for me. Yes, I take it. There's no scolding today. I take it. Whatever small you can do, or the task I got today was actually very doable. Taking it as proof, as evidence for my new reality, where my job is inspiring. You shifted it. And maybe at a certain point, that's not the job where you want to stay. But hey, doesn't matter. Now you're just creating a job that is inspiring. You can do that, really. You can do that. You can create a reality. You can put that demand out to your workers and they will get to work. So what do you do then when there is some evidence showing up that someone is angry at your job, someone is unfriendly at your job? Oh, the old evidence. What you do with it? Nothing. Nothing. You just leave it. You don't need to do anything with it. The moment you put your focus on it, the moment you put more energy in it, trying to move it away or ignore it or whatever, don't leave it. Neutralize it. Don't give it any attention. It's like when you training a dog. You ignore the bad behavior and you reward the good behavior. So it's a bit like that. You reward with your attention, that's what you want to see more of. It's that simple. That's what you want. That's where you focus on. That's where the energy will go. And that's what will be created. I want to put the third layer, as I said before, and that is about living your light. Living from your soul, your essence, your I am, God, whatever you want to call that, which is who you are. And from there, you have a human experience, right? And I'm talking about that a lot. So living your life, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's so many videos here that talk about that more. You can think about what you want and then focus on that, right? What I like to do is just living my light, living from my essence. So it started with connecting with that. Now I feel that more and more. And now that's where I'm operating from. And what the difference there is that I don't need to know what I want. I don't need to have because a lot of people are like, I don't know what my passion is. I don't know what I'm here for in this life. I'm sure I came here for a reason, but I don't know the reason yet. There's a whole other video that we can talk about that, because it's simpler than you think, but I believe. Just one thought there is, because my question there is, if you would not have if you would have all the money of the world, what would you love to do? That's your thread insight to understand more. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it now. Let's come back to when you live your light, when you live from your soul, when you live from your essence, your being. You don't need to know what you want. You don't need to know. You could say your essence, your higher self, and you have agreed when you came into this life what you came here to do. And it knows. You guys know, although you maybe consciously not know. But if you then just allow what wants to come through, and you listen to it and you start following that, then that becomes clear. Like I'm creating, or I have created already, I started with this Light Living Tribe, where we really explore this. How do you live from your light? How do you live from your essence? And all the facets. And this is just one of them. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Hope. No more hope. And you understand now why, right? Hope is keeping you away from what you actually want, what you actually hope for. So, yeah. Be clear what you want, state that, and if you can do that from your light, I still do both, I must say. I like to declare, and I like things to unfold from my light. So I'm living from there, right? So things just flow in ease, and things are happening, and I don't need to know. I just do one step at a time. What do I feel wants to move through me? I really sit with that, often in that chair. What do I feel is the next thing that wants to move through me? And then the thought that comes in my mind doesn't have to be like, woohoo, but just a small thought or something like, okay, let me go. Let me do that. That sounds okay. Or that sounds fun, or whatever. Just follow it. So that's living from that light. And then at the same time, that is the cake, I would say. That's the cake. And at the same time, I sometimes be very clear on what I want. And that for me is then the icing on the cake, the topping on the cake. The cake itself is already complete. I'm living my light. That's all that's needed. And sometimes I like to decide which kind of sprinkles I want on top, or what kind of cherry, and there's only one type. If it's cherry or a strawberry, or, I want to have some choice in the matter, so to speak. Yeah. So light living is what we explore here in this channel. And by the way, I have my new channel I put up, which is so much fun. It's a new YouTube channel where I put all my shorts, and it's really only about light living. And that is called, you can do the ad, Light Living Alice, or Light Living with Alice. You will find it there. Go subscribe. We have like 14 subscribers. Yay! And it's so much fun to start from scratch again. So yeah, love for you to check that out and subscribe and like the videos there. It will be things I discuss here and there. It will be shorts there, which might overlap, or we will see. I just started that last week. So, last words, let me think. Well, allow your light to come through and guide you, or your higher self to guide you what is next. And if there is a lot of reality that you create that is not to your liking, then become aware where your focus is and shift that. Either to allow more of your light in your life, or to be very clear and intense and demand and feel in the present sense, as if it's already there, what you actually want. And I think I said before, no, you don't need to repeat that all day. You just do that once. But I just come back to that and like, oh yeah, I'm feeling as if it's already realized. And I'm gathering evidence. And I'm being in that emotion, not the whole time, just now and then when I think about it. Like, oh yeah, great, love it. And then I go on with my day. All right. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and maybe share this with someone that need to hear this. I loved making this with you. Much love, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.